EndoTapping is a training method developed by J.P. Giacomini. It is based on his discovery that the application of a repetitive stimulus will cause a horse to drop its head in relaxation. A horse with its head down is neither tense nor ready to flee. The lowered head posture is associated with grazing, where the horse feels safe and relaxed, yet alert. This is the optimal state of mind in which to handle, train, and show a horse. The tool used to train a horse in EndoTapping is called an endostick. It is simply a dressage or crop-length stick with a small foam ball attached to the end. Initially, it is used to repetitively tap a horse until it responds by dropping its head. As training progresses, the endostick will be used as a cue to slow and halt a horse's movement, to obtain relaxation in movement, to round the horse onto the bit in self-carriage, and eventually to increase its length of stride or degree of engagement when tapped in rhythm to a specific moment of the horse's footfall. EndoTapping training begins in hand with the horse standing still. The horse is taught to drop its head from being tapped in a single location on the body, usually beginning in the middle of the back. Depending on the horse, the initial drop of the head can take anywhere from 10 seconds to 45 minutes or more. A horse's first response to being endotapped will typically be to show resistance. If the horse moves out of position, it is returned to place and the endostick is pressed against the horse as a signal to halt. In this way, the horse learns to relate the press of the endostick with cessation of movement. As the tapping continues, the horse will begin to ignore it. Eventually, the horse will show signs of relaxation, licking, chewing, or head shaking, followed by a full drop of the head. All subsequent lessons build upon this initial lowering of the head. The cycle of resist, ignore, and relax will repeat as the tapping is moved to new places on the body or when the horse is endotapped in a different geographic location. Training is complete at this level when the horse will drop its head when tapped anywhere on its body in any environment. In and of itself, mastery of this level alone is extremely valuable and can be used in a variety of situations where relaxation of the horse is required. It is also the foundation upon which all subsequent work is based. Continuing our work in hand, the horse is now taught to lower its head in movement, first at the walk, and then in the greater gaits. For some horses, this is an easy task. For others, it is quite difficult. The horse experiencing difficulty is brought along in small steps until it experiences success at a slow walk. Training progresses by tapping the horse in different places on its body until it responds by lowering its head in movement when tapped anywhere, at any gait. The press of the endostick continues to serve as a cue for the horse to cease movement. When the horse will drop its head in relaxation from endotapping in movement, the endostick can then be used to increase its stride or degree of engagement. Rhythmic tapping, carefully timed to a particular moment of a footfall, encourages greater activity of the targeted leg, resulting in a larger stride or a greater degree of engagement. Tapping this horse as its outside hind leg leaves the ground results in increased engagement of the leg. Once the work in hand is complete, it can now be applied to work under saddle or in harness. Work is begun at the halt, repeating the lessons learned in hand, with the horse dropping its head from being tapped anywhere on its body. Introducing this new situation, however, will likely cause the horse to return to the cycle of resist, ignore, and relax before the lesson is learned. When mastered, this lesson is particularly useful when a horse becomes tense in a training session or on the trail. The handler has the ability to stop, relax the horse, and begin the lesson or ride anew. Now the horse is taught to lower its head when it is endotapped in movement, at all gaits, while mounted or in harness. As the endotapping aids are refined, the trained horse responds to the tapping by relaxing and rounding forward and down into the rider's hand. The hand of the rider merely serves to communicate the desired position of the head with a light contact. It does not pull or manipulate the horse's head into place. The result which is obtained is a horse moving forward in lightness and self-carriage from back to front, the ideal of classical horsemanship. It is also at this level when the press of the endostick is refined into a cue for the half-halt. As shown here, this driving horse slows and rounds from a press of the whip, with no action from the hand. The lessons learned in movement can now be applied by tapping in rhythm to a precise moment of a footfall to increase stride or degree of engagement. From improving the walk to greater engagement at the trot, or creating an active and cadenced piaffe, endotapping can be used to improve performance in all areas, regardless of discipline. Once learned, the cues taught using endotapping can be transferred to the traditional aids. This rider is teaching his horse to slow and halt by pressing his legs against the side of the horse, transferring the cue the horse has already learned using the endostick. The power and simplicity of endotapping to produce relaxation and the beauty of the classical ideal is within the reach of all who would pursue it. As we strive for this worthy goal, perhaps there is no better testimonial for endotapping than J.P. Giacomini and his own horses. Breathtakingly beautiful, in lightness and self-carriage, this performance by J.P.'s Lusitano stallion Istoso epitomizes the ideal for which we all strive.